nothing win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a John Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the valley meant this rallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about back here. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton up. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts.
Hope you've passed your scuba license exam. We're underwater at the Atlantis. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
It's time for our King Rai, Vasily Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John. This is ridiculous.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Take the phone off the hook. This is all I wanted to see right now, right in front of me.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And we're underway in round 1. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Defense is not an option for these two. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Those counter punches have to hurt. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Here's the bell for round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to throw me a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
You don't want to trade shots. You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
You in a corner, an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blank on them.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Started out Garcia in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like...
There's the bell to start round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight. You'll fight. Hold and tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Misses with the straight left. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Nice exchange here from both men. They exchange punches. Both want a knockout, you can tell. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Started out Garcia in that last round. Well, we're entering. There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab but does not score. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Started out Garcia in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope that
Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They block the left there. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you, they want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Didn't land that jab. That jab doesn't find a home. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Started out Garcia in that last round. He is down big. Let's start the 6th. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Watch the straight left. The straight right just misses. Round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The courage on display here is incredible. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned?
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
These two were made for each other. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Forget about that round.
And there's the bell for round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner, but eventually...
feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. Life's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know the name reigns heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't got to do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. Before the events I would practice but it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know my name clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, we're out down. There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like it can't shout. I'm getting even, 4-2-3, I'm like a calm count. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. He ain't a game even though I spite. They feel the presence of us like that. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman. Yeah, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I'm moving like a hitman. You know I get the job done.
His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh is ringside for this massive event here tonight at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighting.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of
the hottest chicken. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Misses with the jab. Throws the jab and doesn't score. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Miss with that jab. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Robinson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Great round. Great round.
Here we go for round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Nice counter shot. They blocked the left there. Nice counter. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the right uppercut. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Robinson in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
So that they don't get complacent.
Go out there and win this next one.
And there's the bell to start round three. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missed with that jab. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Jab not finding its target. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I go in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Robinson in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Oh, and this is really going to rub them the wrong way. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if...
There's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there, they want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots, get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has been his best weapon all fight long. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Robinson in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Let's start the 6th. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
I guess showboating is part of their plan. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter shot. These punches coming from every angle, and they figure out the combination to this sink.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This can be so frustrating when you're with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to flip.
Great work. I love that. I love that.
There's the bell to start round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Trying to land that jab. That counter shot lands. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Round 8, and we're off again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. These two fighters are made for one another. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big hard lesson. I totally agree.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus... It's the incomparable. It's no wonder they call him the... What a pleasure to be. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Well done with that counter shot. Looking to land the hook. Catch and shoot. A lot of respect in the ring from both of these fighters as they meet again. Calzaghe calls Jones one of the best fighters he's ever met, even though he's already beaten him once.
Joe Calzaghe, you think of fighters unbeaten, you think about standing fighters. This guy can fight for fun. That's all he does. So now we're going to do it again. And Joe Calzaghe's got it all.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just missed with that hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell them? Here's the bell to start round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses of combat.
He drops that jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience. To be down and to be back up again. To get yourself back into the fight again. To show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Beautiful. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge. That will do it. They want no more. So they will throw in the towel.
There ain't no room. Only one number one. There ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in clean, but without a bruise. There ain't